Well, howdy diddly dandy there, Jums to I, Captain of the Stevens, and I'm back inside of No Man's Sky. And yeah, I'm inside of the Remnant Expedition. Now, this save is with multiplayer turned on, and all the settings how Hello Games sort of intended. What the fudge is that? Just hovering in the air over there. I mean, you can see there's a lot of bases. There's a lot going on here. Now, I did phases 1 and 2 yesterday. Right. Now it's the wrong size. Transform. Fit to screen. There we go. Fixticated. Damn it. So you guys didn't see me scan those last two creatures, did you? Oh, that's a git. Streamlabs has just had an update, so maybe that's what it was. But I just scanned two creatures, basically using the scanning unit inside of my exocraft. But that's a real pants start to the stream, isn't it? Alright, well, we've popped the badge. There we go. Safari. We can collecticate that. Lovely jubbly. Right. Pre-packaged advanced exocraft laser. Plus a times 100. Okay, let's go into here then. Let's get that installed. Boom. Laser in. Sweet. Just the what? Okay, all right, fine, yep. Well, that's given us the advanced mining laser, so now we can mine even bigger resources, which is nice. Okay, harvest resources from exocraft. Yeah, don't mind if I do. All right, let's go do that. LB. Now, Iridium would probably be the best place to go, wouldn't it, to be fair? And look, we've got a whole batch of it here. So let's zap you into oblivion. I'm having to keep looking over at my other screen just to make sure that it hasn't frozen again. I have no idea why it would freeze like that, chums. That was freaking weird. Let's hoover up all this dehydrogen. Because look, you see that's counting as one for each one that I zap. Which is great. Don't have to wait for it to pop for very long, you see what I'm saying? We'll annihilate you as well. There we go. Done. Sweet Minecraft. I like that. Minecart. Radio power resonator plans. Okay. Sweet. And I've got everything I need to even fit that. I'm going to put it here though, mate. Yeah, I'm going to stick it with all the other Radarians. There we are. Boom. Dundly and done. That's all installed-icated. Right. Okay. Search for alien structures. I don't think that's going to count as an actual building though, or a waypoint, is it? But we'll head there. I mean, once we get there, there's a good chance I might be able to spot other buildings near there anyway. Go like the wind. I guess. Da down, da da down, da 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 down, da 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 da. Is that the Sonic the Hedgehog theme? Why have I got that in my head? No, I have no idea how that happens, people, but it does. Anyway, I had an awesome birthday yesterday. I guess I did. We had a few people over. And yeah, we had a little bit of a family, well, I say a little bit, a large family crisis. So my brothers, my mum, all indisposed, big family crisis going on as well. So I just had some of Ivy's Filipino friends there, and I had my friend Pete come and visit. I didn't really over advertise it, you know. How far is this bloody thing? It's another 6 minutes away. Alright. God, that's a trek and a half. Ah! Oh, okay, that was scrap there. Okay. Meow. But yeah, I got another one of these polo shirts, but in blue. I like this one though, because it's got the trim on it. It's like black and white. And obviously it's red. It matches my logo colours. I think this is a really good top for doing my streaming in if I haven't got no merch available to wear. I've got a whole drawer full of merch, like t-shirts and stuff, but a lot of them are my old logo, and I need to actually rework some of my merch. I think, you know, now that I'm now Captain Steve vlogs, talks and plays, and I've made that massive distinction, I think I need a merch range for each of those things. But it's, what can I put on there that's going to be super cool, you know? I've got to come up with some ideas. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. How far now? 4 minutes. Okay, are we there yet? Well, happy birthday, says Gozzy the Bat. Well, thank you, Gozzy the Bat. And Gozzy, thank you for the heads up that my stream had froze. It's lucky you said something. I may not have even noticed. That was a right... I have no idea why it would do that. Sounded a sip of tea. Bugger. That's right. Yeah, but yeah, I had a really good time yesterday. My missus, Ivy, she made me my favourite Filipino dish, which is fresh lumpia. Now, a lot of people have had lumpia, it's like spring rolls. But fresh lumpia, it's like got a soft wrapper, and they're a lot bigger. And then you put sauce on, and you put like chopped and crushed nuts on top of that. Oh my days, it's freaking heaven. Beautiful. I'll tell you what, if she opened up a fast food place selling them, I think she'd outdo the likes of Subway. I honestly do. They're freaking lovely. The only thing is the amount of prep that goes into them. It's not easy because you've got to chop so many different veg to put in there. Now we have got this like mixer thing from Salad Master, and it's freaking awesome. I keep telling her she should get it out the garage and do that, but she just says that she finds chopping quite therapeutical. So I don't know. It's a little bit of a worry that, you know, I've got a lady in my life that finds chopping stuff up therapeutical. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's get on over. Let's get to this Riggins monolith. Oh, I've just put live a video just before this started about the Xbox Series S and X getting the patch to make it more stable. It actually dropped at about 4 PM yesterday, but that's roughly when my party started, you know. So, yeah. I couldn't do the video last night when I was hoping to get it out there. I was indisposed doing karaoke. Aha! Here we go, we've got a building here. And this one should have a waypoint beacon. And it does have a waypoint beacon. I wonder if they've got a galactic trade terminal inside of this, because I could sell all of my Gravitino balls. Not that I need any monies, but I do need the free slots. Why can't I get in? Oh, that took some doing, didn't it? Alright, here we go. And sell. Oh, it's not picking up my inventory from my freaking exocraft that's right outside. Okay. Exocraft, yeah, give me all of those lovely, lovely spangly balls. Right, I'm going to sell you all. I guess I am. They're all being soldicated. Might as well pop those. These I might stick in my nutrient ingester. So yeah, let's go over to my exosuit. Let's stick that one in my nutrient ingester. Let's see what that does. Oh, okay. I have to do it the long way, do I? Alright, fine. Ice cream. What's that going to do? Okay. Cold resistance. 65 plus. That's alright, isn't it? Okay, here we go then. Let's sell. Let's sell stuffage. Right, I want to sell all of my gravitinables. But yeah, I might as well use the nutrient ingester on all the cakes. I mean, it is my birthday. Well, it was yesterday. Heck yes, let's head on over. Let's hit up this waypoint. That'd be another waypoint dunicated. Boom. Let's have a swig of the tea. And so, Gozzy the Bat, or anybody else that's here lurking, watching, and so forth and so on. Have you done the expedition? Have you done all phases? Have you unlocked all your customizations for your dustbin lorry? I mean, you can see here I've got the Caterpillar treads on, I've got the dual cab, and I've got like the rusted metal. I think it's looking pretty darn sweet. And to be honest, I actually really do like this as part of No Man's Sky. I think Hello Games now needs to add in some missions, some Quicksilver missions, or even missions from a mission agent. You know, at our base we have got an exocraft technician, right? A Viking guy. It'd be nice if... Oh look, there was some special scrap there. It'd be nice if he actually said, do you want to do a mission or two? And it's this, especially if you're on a salvage scrap planet. I think that'd be pretty darn sweet. Well, we've eradicated, I guess. Now, I'm going to do the riddle here and see if it classes as a waypoint, but I don't think it does. And I think I've done almost every single riddle. I'm inspecting the monolith surface when I'm seized by a strange vision. Its words echo in my skull. Hudut, idit, hudut. Ray are with you. Okay. I feel faint as my mind has been invaded. And pulsates on my skin grow, bubble, and pop. Or pustules, even. And I feel countless tiny stabbing pinpricks scrabbling from each of the gaping holes. Gozzy the Bat says, I've finished the expedition, still collecting the wheel types. Oh, nice, Gozzy. That's cool. I mean, yeah, the specialised scrap took me the longest, the 50 of each. And suddenly, metal spiders, perhaps tiny sentinels, run up my shoulders and into my visors. Can this be real? This cannot be real. I start to scream. I'm going to wait. I know that you just wait. The hallucination fades. I have passed some sort of test and I'm rewarded materials. I've learnt the word Atlas. Lovely! Okay, I don't know whether that counts as a milestone though. Waypoint. Road marker. Have I scanned you? Yes, I have. Oh, there's the rare birds. They only fly in the daytime. So make sure you get those creatures done. I've only got one more creature to find. One more creature and it's daytime. Which creature is it? Okay, let's go to the Discoverers page and let's have a look which creature am I lacking in my Pokedex. Rare ground. Mostly nocturnal. Okay, so it's a night creature. Night creature. Okay, well when it gets to night time I will look for him. I mean it says mostly nocturnal. So there's a very slim chance I might see it in the day, but I wouldn't count on it. Okay, right, well now we're over here, and we're away from where everybody's been building bases. What I'm going to quickly do, I'll say that, I can see two other base markers right there. I'm going to search for a drop pod, and I'm going to wait for my scanner to recharge, and I'm also going to search for an abandoned building, and I'm going to go to whichever one is closest. Because both of these will have a waypoint marker, right? Oh god, there's so many markers here. Where's the drop pod one gone? It was there a second ago. Well, there's that one over there. Oh, that's only 2 minutes away. And I've lost sight of the drop pod one because of all the markers. This is insane. There's so many markers. Now, one of you... Oh my god, I'm getting shot by someone. I'm actually on fire. Who are you freaking git? Out of it, git bag, toe rag. Why are they shooting me? I don't think that's a player though. Well, we get out of here. I think that's like a pirate, right? It didn't have a player marker anyway. Now, although I saw that special scrap, there's only one, and I'm not gonna go out of my way to try and get that all the way back to base. Was this the one that? Yeah, I've already marked this one, haven't I? This is the one that I came past earlier. Sweet. Well, I hope you get all your customizations, Gozzy the Bat. Bat? I guess. I do like saying the word bat. Have you ever watched What They Do in the Shadows? It's like a documentary or mockumentary of vampires over here in the UK. In fact, the actual vampires themselves are over in the Americas. They're on Staten Island. And it's brilliant. And it's like when they want to turn into a vampire bat, they actually just say, bat? And then they transform into a bat and fly away. And it's from that I like saying the word bat. Because it's by Matt Berry. Matt Berry, one of my favourite comedians and entertainers. I think I picked up some of my... Well, I know that I picked up some of my voice traits from him. He's freaking awesome. There we go. We've got all the waypoints done. Oh, we've got Cam in the house. Hello there, Cam. 07 all. Well, 07 there, Cam. Great to have you here, sir. Yeah, I've gone live a little bit late, a little bit early, really. I mean, the US are still all asleep, and it's a Thursday. It's like a Wednesday, isn't it? It's a Wednesday. Happy birthday, Captain Steve. We've caught up with me. Nice one. I'm catching up with you, am I? Lovely, Cam. Yeah, fun times. It's weird getting old, isn't it? Okay, right. Let's go here then. Waste site. Let's hope that it's nearby. Scandal, 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 scan. 9 minutes away. All right. Fun times. Odin to I be far. Let's go. Meow. Oh, see that? I got some air there. At least 2 seconds. Meow. Yeah, I am. I'm using the jump button. I'm seeing how far I can get into the sky. Whoa. Whee. Okay. This is a bit of a strange terrain, isn't it? Let's try and launch myself off the peak of this. Come on. Yeah! Oh, look at that. We got some freaking air then. Whoa! No, oh, shite. Ah! Oh, we got out of there, all right. That's okay. Kamikaze Steve! Oh, God. Uh-oh. Goodbye. Yep, there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, fudge! I forgot my jetpack is turd. Dang it! I have to wait for it to freaking recharge. Come on, get out. There we are. Phew! And we live another day. Ha-ha! Insurance claim avoided. Let's go! Zoom. We've got Derek Williams in the house. Morning, Steve. How many specialised industrial waste do you need to get all of the titles? I've actually got all the titles now. I've unlocked them all. And in phase 5, I've got to get radioactive. I'm still really low on. Toxic waste, I'm pretty low on. But I've done the explosive in the first video that I did live yesterday. But yeah, all the titles. I've got all the titles now. If there was an appearance modifier to hand, I'll show you them all. But yeah, you can't just change on the fly, can you, right now? But yeah, I've got all of them. All of them. Now, a lot of people have been saying, how do you get the bulldozer one? You actually get the bulldozer one inside of the expedition. I think from running over creatures. I think it's this one over here. Title bulldozer. There you go. Yeah, running over 8 creatures. But it doesn't actually give you a cosmetic. I don't know whether Hello Games meant for that, not to give you a cosmetic, but yeah, from what I can tell, no cosmetic is delivered for that one. It's just a title. So if you haven't got the bulldozer one, and I think that one is actually optional. So you could have completed all of this and not realised. But yeah, run over 8 creatures, and you're going to get that optional title. But that is all it is. It's just a title. No extras for that one. Let's go, let's go. Take that, countryside! Yes. Kaboom. Have you got all your titles, Derek Williams? Are you missing any? If you are missing any, let me know which one. I'll try and let you know what you need to unlock it. But yeah, got them all done outside of this. And look, I've got the Caterpillar tracks on now. I've got the dual cab. But yeah, every single cosmetic. I've done individual videos on each and every cosmetic. So if you are missing a set of wheels, like the super elastic ones, they were the last ones I unlocked. I've got videos for each. And they're kind of like a little bit of a play video, but I give a load of tips on my best way of hauling junk and waste across landscapes. They're quite informative videos, even though they go on longer than they're needed to go on for, because you're probably only wanting to know how to get the cosmetic. Have my sound settings reset themselves? No, sounds are all okay there. It's just I'm looking at the actual audio bar here, and it's quite high. I'll just turn the music down just a little. Oh yeah. Boom. Come on, let's go. Just seems that music, that piece of music there, was very loud. It's not always that loud though, right? Nice track though, have to say. And I think they've added in better musical scores for the driving. And I think they had to, really. I mean, as much as I like this driving across planet, it'd be nice to have... You know, did you ever catch that app that Veritas Velas done? Veritas Velas, he had like an in-game radio. And it was all music that creators had made. And not just creators, but really cool bike beat tracks and stuff like that. It was really cool. I think it's actually integrated into the No Man's Sky system app. Let me have a look. No Man's Sky system app. And have we got the radio on here? Let's have a look. NMSA. Here we go. Play. Is that playing? Here we go. I don't know whether you can hear that. Oh. I think my noise gate might be actually cancelling that out. But yeah, very cool. Well, I think it was very cool anyway. Really cool. And there's like little radio jingles and adverts that come on. Like, for all your base prefab parts, head on down to 991 Princeton Avenue or something like that, where the Viking, what's his name, has got everything you'd ever need. It's very cool. That's inside the No Man's Sky Assistant app. The app is free, so highly suggest checking it out. It would be cool if our Exocrafts did link into that NMSA radio app. Oh god, we're doing it. It's like a half pipe. There we go. Yeah. Hey guys. Well, what we got here? I'm talking about the ones for your main save. Are you talking about all titles in the main save? Because I think there's like, what, 2 that I haven't got because I missed out on them because I wasn't really bothered about titles. Or if you're on about just the ones for Remnant, yeah, I'm on about those too. I've got all of the Remnant titles, all the new titles for Remnant I have got. So all the ones that are in the patch notes that Sean Murray listed, I've got all of them, every single one. And they're tied to a cosmetic. So each of the titles that you unlock new cosmetics. So yeah, I'm on about all the titles for Remnant. But if you're on about all the titles for the main game, I have got all but 2 or something like that. If I could get to an appearance modifier, I'd show you, but you know, I'm kind of doing a stream on this more so than titles. But here you go, I've reached a checkpoint now. I'll tell you what, look, I can run over here, I can save the game, right? And I can... Oh no, I can't exit the game. Well, I can. It's a bit of a git to do it. But yeah, I have got all the titles. I'm looking for the number of each type that you need to get for the wheels. Okay, well, if you after each type for the wheels, you need 50. You need 50 explosive. You need 50 explosive. You need 50 radioactive. And you need 50 toxic waste. And over on my videos, let's just bring up my PC screen just for a second. Laptop. If I go over to my PC, down onto here, go into there, and go onto my channel. That's not my channel. You know, channel. I'm doing this on a very small screen at the moment. This is like my little streaming stream. And then every single cosmetic video that I've done, like say this one, or is it this one? It's hard to see right now. Yeah, I think maybe this one or that one. Let's click this one. The titles, I've actually put how much scrap you need. I'm hoping you can see that in the title there. And what type of scrap you need. So just look at my video back catalogue and you will see them all. Okay? Golly-o. Right, back into here. Sweet. But yeah, there are some that you need regular scrap. I think the off-road wheels was regular scrap, and I think it was 75. If it wasn't 75, there is one that you need 200, and there is one that unlocks at 50 as well. There's one at 50, 75, and 200. Okay, coolio. Anyway, that's pretty much all of those. Okie dokie. What am I doing here then? Yeah, I've hit up the waypoint, even though I didn't need to. And I need to get all this waste onto my truck. Let's go do that. Oh dear, my jetpack's run out of fuel. We got Rusty Nails. Good morning. Having my coffee. Nice, Rusty Nails. I guess I just had a cup of tea. I could do with getting another tea, to be honest, but you know, I'm probably here now for the duration. Let's go grab that. Chicka-boom. Grab that one. Apa-chow. And we grab that one. This one. Now, I don't need any of the red. I've done all the explosive. I've done all the explosive stuff. So let's have a look around. Let's see if there's anything that I've missed amongst all of this. Now, you can push stuff around and have a better look. There's a yellow one here. But have you? Are there any little green ones? Just using that one to move them all around with. Probably not the wisest idea, because these things have got health bars. Okay, well, we can pop that anyway. Done. And we're going to be heading back. Oh my god, 23 minutes? Alright, is there a closer one? That's the one it's... Oh, it's 9 minutes. Okay. Well, let's go. On the way there, since it's such a long distance, I'm going to go to a load of these other scrap sites. See if I can find any more yellow and green. Gold and green, and gold and green. I thought that was a yellow one then. Damn you. Oh god, no, 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 don't fall in the hole. There's no scrap there that I want. Alright. Ah, it's night time. Let's look for that other creature. Creature, where are you, creature? There you are. Boom. We've got all creatures. Like, yes. Okay. Boom. That should pop another badge, right? Yes, it did. Field guide. That was a little bit buggy the first time I played through. Alright, there we go. Let's go. Mainly because I had scanned all fauna outside of my exocraft beforehand. Now we got given all these skulls and animal parts, but none of them are the 5 that are missing inside of the main save. Hello games, I really wish you would have put the 5 that we all need inside of this expedition, rather than just filling up our inventories with a load of cack that we didn't. You know, I think everybody would have jumped for joy, and you probably would have had more people go through this expedition, especially the completionists that want to complete their catalogues, right? I think you missed a huge trick there. Right, let's have a look at this scrap over here. I've only got 6 scrap on me at the moment. I'm hoping by the time we get back there we've at least got 10, right? That'd be nice. It'd be nice to have 5 of each, wouldn't it, at least? The marker's covering a piece there and I can't tell what it is. So I'm going to go in camera mode, put the sun in the sky, and we'll have a better look. Nope, it's not worth getting out of my vehicle. Okay, there's some more scrappity scrap over here. RJ Tablet in the house. Hello there, mate. Thanks for the info. I only need 3 wheels. Oh, okay. Well, cool. I hope you find what you're after. Ah, look, there's red there. Red. We don't need any more red. We need gold and green. Oh, gold and green. There goes. I know, voice of an angel. You come here to watch No Man's Sky and you get so much more. Oh god, okay. My hazard protection's a bit low. Now this planet has got grubs on it, you know. It would have been nice to have had a milestone to maybe fight a grub or fight one of the bugs inside of your Colossus. I mean, there's... What? No! Why are you investigating? Oh, did I just run over one of your precious animals? I think I did. Sorry. My bad. Okay. Oh look, there's some scrap over there, but it's kind of out of my way. And I'm going to take the safest route possible, I think. So I'm going to go this way. What's going on? It looked like there was a laser melting the planet in front of me then. I wasn't using my laser. That's a bit weird. Holy fudge, Honori. Look at that sheer drop. Okay. Let's head towards that over there. Let's see what that scrap is. Congrats on the 70k subscribers, says RJ Tablet. Well, thank you, RJ. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but yeah, and a lot of hard work, but we're getting there. We're nearly at the 100,000 subscribers. Aha. Oh, nothing. Damn you! Okay. Oh yeah, there's some more scrap over here. Let's go and have a look at that. We've only got 6 scrap on board, man. Okay. A little bit dry throat. Let's head on over. Anything for anything? No. Damn it. Okay. Dum 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 da dum dum da dum. Anything there? There's 2 scrap heaps there, and neither of them have got anything. Dang it! It is like 1 in 10 that has special waste. I kind of wish that each had at least 1, you know? Would that make things too easy? I don't know. I still want a wider flatbed. Well, something you might be able to do, just putting it out there, is if you've ever used the resizing base building glitch, if you resized your exocraft bay and made your exocraft bay bigger and then summoned in your exocraft, you're going to have a much bigger bay. It's something that I've been thinking of trying out. Somebody mentioned it in my comments the other day and I was like, you know what, that could be super sneaky. Now, you can't really put down a base computer while you're doing the expedition, so I haven't really tested it. And to be honest, I haven't resized anything for such a long time inside of the game that I've kind of forgotten how. I'd have to go back and re-watch my resizing video, and it's probably going to take me a good half an hour of mucking about before I actually pull it off. But yeah, I mean, I've seen people shrink their exocrafts and make like racetracks and things, and it almost looks like they've got radio controlled cars. But you can scale them the other way and make them huge. The only thing that I'm thinking is if you do that, any little bump that you're getting right now might be exaggerated and made a lot larger. So yeah, but give it a go. Lol, does that actually work? I honestly don't know, RJ. I don't know whether it works or not. I haven't tried it yet, but in theory, I can't see why it wouldn't. But I think the bigger the exocraft, maybe the bigger weirdness might happen when you go over lumps and bumps. Or it might have the opposite effect. You might not feel them at all. But yeah, give it a go. Give it a go, is what I would say. Oh god, I don't want to drive over Gravitino balls. Right, how far away am I now? 2 minutes. Okay. I'm not seeing any more scrap en route. We might only have the 6 to turn in, which is pitiful. Pitiful, I tell ya. It's better than nothing. It's better than a wet kipper slapped about the cheeks, isn't it? But even still, it's not fantastical. Yeah, come on. Jesus, I'm now defying gravity. Easy does it. There's some scrap there. Go on, be special, scrap. It is nice when you see the processing plant drop into view. It's a very sort of, I'm nearly there type feeling. You know when you go to the seaside and as you go over the hill you can see the sea. It's like that sort of feeling. It's like, yes. Like, yeah. Alright, here we go. I don't know about you, but even still, as an adult, when I see the sea, when I'm going on holiday, I still get that rush of excitement, that rush of exhilaration. It's like Christmas morning going down and seeing your presents under a tree or something, you know? It's one of those moments in life that you live for, you know? And maybe it's sad, but that's kind of how I feel when I see this loom into sight, when I've got like a really decent load of waste. And that sounds really freaking sad saying it back, but yeah, it is that sort of feeling, isn't it? There's not many video games that deliver that feeling in. I mean, I'd say, you know, Elden Ring did. Whenever you beat a boss that had already beaten you like about 17 billion times. Elden Ring, for me, that sense of achievement, it was like, damn right, I got you. And usually it was like by the skin of your teeth, you know. If you haven't seen my Elden Ring playlist, if you want to see an excited Steve, there's a lot of videos inside that playlist where I'm just losing my marbles at how well I've done. Yeah, freaking awesome. But every time I think about playing Elden Ring DLC or expansion packs, I get pretty nervous because there's a massive learning curve. It's like today, there's going to be an update to Monster Hunter Wilds, and I've got the same sort of level of anxiety, if you want to call it anxiety. Right, here we go. Mainly because I've got to relearn the controls. I don't think other players can see my scrap, because I can't see them loading theirs into these. I think Hello Games have made it so unless someone's in your group, they don't see your scrap. At least that's what I think is happening, because I haven't had anybody Red Dead me yet. And when I say Red Dead me, just waiting here for me to turn up and then nick all my stuff. I haven't had that happen. So I think Hello Games has put safeguards in place. And this was one of my worries about playing this in multiplayer. I made too many assumptions rather than actually trying it. Mainly because I'm making videos and I wanted it to go as smoothly as possible. But I think that's one of the reasons why I need to reevaluate and rescore this. Right. What's better now? Tracks or legs? I did like the legs because they've got like a little pulse to them, like a rhythm. And it helped me keep the pace of my exocraft. However, I'm finding these tracks to be my favourite in look and aesthetics. Yeah, there we go. Boom! Lovely jubbly. Till ribbon fireworks. You know what? I'm not really bothered about fireworks. Let's put them down. Well, where's the other ones? They gave me a load, right? They got in my exocraft or something. No. But you gave me a whole load of them, right? Okay. Well, I guess I don't get to use them all. Alright. Well, let's put these in anyway. Movement module. Movement module. Rocket boost. That's going to help. Ooh. Okay. Hazard protection now. Well, I've not got any shield modules inside of here. Nice. And we've got a fire module too. Well, there we go then. Anything else to put in? Nope. But has my nutrient ingester ended? No, it's still going. Oh, that's because I didn't press begin. Oh man, it shows how often I use that, right? You can lock access to your flatbed. Oh, can you? Well, I left the settings exactly how they were intended by Hello Games. I'd imagine it's in here, isn't it? Oh yeah. Can access my exocraft flatbed is actually set as standard to group and friends. That makes sense. That's kind of what I was assuming, isn't it? Cool. Do you mean in the expo? In J83? Yeah, I mean inside of this. I think it's just because you see that option here that Crow Guy just pointed out. I think it's that option. So if you put that to anyone, then probably people could Red Dead you, you know, and nick all your stuff. But because I've got it to group and friends, I've got nobody in my group right now. Nobody can access my flatbed. Awesome. Okay. Right, well let's press on. We've done phase 3, which we can collect our reward. Asymmetric cabin, that's what I've got on right now anyway. I do like that cabin. Very nice. Very cosy. And we're going on to phase 4, and we've already done 2. Eliminate 8 sentinels. I think it's better to read that word first. Now what I tend to do is I'm going to look for Gravitino balls. That would lure in the sentinels. Gravitino balls. Lock. There we are. Let's go upset some sentinels. Okay. Now, what somebody told me to do, thinking about it, is dig a hole with your terrain manipulator. Like that. Go back to your Gravitino thing. Grab a weak one. And take it in here. And then just bounce him off the wall at the end. Spanner it like mad. Give me back my freaking terrain manipulator. Create, restore. Yeah. Oh god. That didn't do what I intended. Alright. Run away. And we'll see if that worked. I at least reorganised him 8 times, right? The only thing is you don't know whether you've been successful until you get away from them. Lovely, lovely. I'll go hide somewhere over here. I'll hide here. Let's see if that worked. Fingers crossed. Yes, it did work. Oh, it was throw 32. Well, I freaking hammered that then. Thank you, whoever left me that comment. That worked bloody well. And then the reason why I did it that way round is then that gave me the pulse spitters. Shame I didn't unlock a boosted slot, right? I'll just put that in there. Now we've got to murder 8 of them. Okay, let's go do that. Hello, get bags. I'm back. Oh, I better craft some more ammo. Ammo. I should have done this before I started the fight, right? Well, I've only got to get 8 of them. Reload. Any more for any more? There's one. Ah! There's another one. Take that, git! Another one. Any more? Yes! Oi, don't fix him. Right, well, I think I've done 8 now. Now, something that you can do that somebody else told me about is you can actually pick up these canisters. I haven't tried scrapping them. I don't know whether you can scrap the canisters. You can't scrap the sentinels. The sentinels don't work as scrap. But I haven't tried scrapping a canister, so let's go give that a try. Now, something I was doing originally is holding down L1 the whole time. You only need to tap it the once. Oh, there we go. Now, I don't think this is going to count as special scrap, right? So I'm going to put it in the end one over here. I mean, we can try it in one of these. Incorrect material type. I think you can scrap the barrels from Sentinels, but I think they count as regular scrap. Can I grab one from here? Oh, yeah, I can. Oh my god, I didn't realise the range on this thing was so bloody good. Huh! That's awesome. Well, let's try it in the other scrap, shall we? And you can run. Let's see if it works as regular scrap. That'd be cool if it does. If you throw a Sentinel in here, they don't die. Yeah! And you got Pugnium. Alright, that was pretty cool. Would have been nice if I got the salvage glass, but that's good to know. There you go, you can scrap Sentinels in a roundabout way. There you go, coolio. If I would have known that before, I would have put that in my 5 things to know about that's not in this patch notes thing. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Okay, launch 64 bits of industrial waste. Okay. You're coming with me. And I'm going to find a wall. There we go. Wall. And... oh, dear. Let's run out of charge. You know what? Let's do the same thing again. Let's use train manipulator. Oh, there's a base here, isn't there? I think. Oh no, there isn't. It's thinking about it. It's just not very good. Okay, that'd do. Right, gravitational gun. You're coming with me. I think it was working because we're on 59 already. There we go. Done. Oh, my inventory's full. Dang it. Ah, all right. What have we got here? A-class ones. I need to get closer to my exocraft. Okie dokie. Where are they? Oh, we've got some glass there. Oh no, can't do that. Alright, there we go. Let's put that in then. Sweet. Scrap, scrap, scrap. Boost. Boost. No boost. Okay, lovely. That's all in. Alright, well, what can I move over? Oh, we've got this to install. We've got some wheels. Wheel warriors. How goes? Pop all of that. Exosuit. What else? Pop that. I'll move a couple of things over to my Colossus. Is that still going, my Neutron processor? We've got ages on that. That's really cool. Okay, Leo's UK. Hello there, Leo's. Welcome, chappy. Yeah, I think you're the same age as me if I read your comment right earlier today. I got through an 8-hour session on Xbox Series X with only one crash. I'll take it. Heck yes, Attle Bridge. That's freaking awesome. One crash is still one crash too many, isn't it? But at the same time, that is vastly improved, you know? Right, well, I get rid of that. What else can I get rid of? Don't really need liquid explosives. I'll just chuck a load of stuff in my exocraft for now. I don't need those. I'll just put everything over there for now that I know that I don't need. Right, that should do the trick. Alright, let's pop the badges. Boom. Salvage scrap. Okay. Times 3. And recovered items. What? Okay, buzzing. Oh, God. We didn't need any of that. Alright, there we are. And we got that I can sell, but we don't need units. I think they need to make the rewards better when you've done stuff. Anyway, right, let's hit this then. Reach the 4th waste heap. Bam, bam, bam. 4th waste heap. Scandally scan. There we are. Let's go. How far away is that? 10 minutes. Xbox patch came out yesterday. Yes, it did. It came out at about 4 PM yesterday, my time. But I was doing karaoke and eating cake for my birthday. So I did a video first thing this morning. I put it live just before this went live, covering the patch. Because the patch originally, I think it was 6.22, wasn't it? Something like that. But it was listed just as being PC when it first went live. Now they've added a load of PlayStation fixes to the same patch list. Nintendo and Xbox fixes all to the bottom of that ream of patches. And they've updated the icons on the No Man's Sky website. So yeah, you can head on over now, take a read of those. There's a load of appended fixes. And the Xbox fix was just one line. But if you head on over to Twitter, and if you look at Griff, he's one of the developers over at Hello Games. He works on the engine, he works on visual improvements. Anything GPU related, Griff is the guy. And apparently this Xbox fix was actually a graphical processor unit issue. And he said that it was one of the hardest bugs they've ever had to fix. Now, I do message Griff over on the Twitter space. And he responded when I told him about the Xbox issues. I said, look, I'm getting loads of freaking comments right now. And I sent him a couple. And he came back at 9 o'clock at night on Twitter and messaged and said, I'm on it. It's on my radar. I'm actually working on this right now. And that was 9 o'clock on a Friday. The guy has got commitment. And I went over to my Facebook page and I actually put a post saying, look, this is on Hello Games' radar. They are working on it. It might be a while, but there is a fix coming. But yeah, it's a fun one, isn't it? I saw that. Big kudos to the team at Hello Games. 100%. Heck yeah. I mean, a lot of the time when I message them and say, look, are you aware of this? Every time I've done that and I've got a reply, it's always, yeah, this is on our radar. This is a high priority. You know, they're on it like Sonic. As soon as they get bug reports and logs, I think it goes to the right members of the team, especially if you're reporting it on the Zendesk, and if you use the right drop downs, I think it filters the message to the right person, because they know. As soon as I'm made aware of my comments, they already know. It's amazing how quick they are to fix stuff as well. I mean, some will argue, well, perhaps the actual bug shouldn't have been there in the first place. But sometimes these bugs can avoid detection. It's like the Xbox GPU bug. From what I understand, it took about, 5 minutes, or in some cases shorter, to actually trigger. But when Hello Games have got so many platforms to test for, and they're using their build kits, their dev kits, which might be slightly uprated versions, I don't know. But, you know, I guess every now and again something is going to slip through, right? Especially in a procedurally driven game as big as No Man's Sky. Me and my friends still have no multiplayer though on Xbox, do you not? That's not good. Happy belated birthday? Well, thanking you. Thanking you. Only because it's you calling. I don't know about that. I think that they're pretty darn freaking good, even if I wasn't to hit them up. I think because of their error and bug reporting that they get from the game, I think they can see a whole flood of Xbox crashes hitting. Even if you didn't do the Zendesk, I'd imagine they've got their ways and means of seeing when a certain platform is sounding alarm bells, you know? Or at least I'd like to think that's the case. It's like whenever I've worked in IT, we've got like alerts on servers and switches. So if a switch goes down, or if a RAID array one of the hard drives is down, we get sent alert messages. I would imagine they've got similar things when certain platforms are screaming out in terror and having massive crash logs happening. I'd imagine Hello Games gets a similar sort of alert system, right? I mean, just going by general common rule of law and logic on this, I can't hand on heart say that's what happens for sure. But it's just going by when I hit them up and say, "Are you aware of this?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're already fixing that, Steve, but thank you." I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to message them and say, "Look, I'm having this happen in my comments right now. Is it true?" Mainly because I'm here as an echo chamber of my community, and I've only got 2 platforms. I've only got PC and PlayStation. I sold my Xbox. Well, I say sold. I traded it in. I swapped it for the Metacrest 3, you know, the VR headset. And you know what? I don't really regret the choice to do that. The only game I was really playing solely on Xbox was Starfield. And Starfield, I'm sorry, but Bethesda, you're not as on it for updates as No Man's Sky, and your team is what? How much bigger? I honestly am disappointed in the deliverance of DLC and updates for Starfield, considering the song and dance they made about it being their next Elden Ring, and it would be the game that they're supporting for the foreseeable future. I would say promises not met there. Although they have had a couple of updates, none of them have been anything as cool and as fun as a single update that I've had for No Man's Sky. It just isn't. So whenever, you know, I am a little bit harsh with Hello Games on an update, even like this one, where I gave it like a 4 out of 10 the first time I played through. I mean, I always do a first playthrough before they get the patches out and the bug fixes done, because I kind of feel you should rate an update on how it was delivered. And this one had a lot of bugs, and it wasn't even out on Xbox, and I took that all into consideration when I gave it the grade that I gave it. But now it's out on Xbox, it's now working seamlessly, it feels a lot better, it feels more joined up. It's not as janky as it was. I'm not going to bother with the red one. Bye-bye. I honestly think Hello Games are onto something here. I think if they added in even more professions into the game and then linked the professions to proper missions. So if you was to do this, like outside of the expedition next week or next month, maybe Hello Games could add in another cosmetic, another shader, at least for the Colossus or something. You know, whenever they add in new Quicksilver items, maybe they could add in an additional shader for your Colossus, or an additional customization of some kind, and you could choose to do that profession for the month, and after doing it for the full month you get that cosmetic or whatever. You know, even if you just turned in like 5 special scrap per day or something, or you met the requirement for the monthly turn-in, you got the cosmetic. I think that could work. I'd happily do at least 5, you know. I mean, I've got 9 on my bed right now. Let's see if we can find some more on the way back. Any special scrap there? Nope. Okay, there's some more over here. We're heading over there. Oh god, I found the lumpiest bit of terrain ever there. Yeah. Is there anyone on chat on Xbox with multiplayer working for them? That's a bloody good question. I mean, as far as I'm aware, multiplayer should be working on all platforms. I haven't been told anything by anyone else, so I'm hoping it's working. There was some scrap near me. It's up on this hill. Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? Right. Nothing worth having there, though. Dang it! Should have gone in camera mode, shouldn't I? Alright, we've got some just through this brush. How far back to base have I got to go, anyway? Frickin' miles. Uh-oh. I can't go through that tree. I do know this. Alright. Nope, nothing there to have. Okay. Carry on down the hill. Hope you had an awesome 39th birthday. Yeah, I wish I was 39 again. In fact, if I could pause my age at any age, I'd probably say 28 was probably my peak age. I think if I could pause my age at 28, I would have done. Hold on. Have I just come across another special scrap site? Just out in the open, willy-nilly, that was actually closer to the processing plant? I think I have. There we go. Well, we've got ourselves another lovely bit of kit there that we can have. We'll have you. Let's head on down then. Diddly-dee. I wonder if this is the 5th site. I wonder if I change it to this and scan. Go on, be this 5th site. That'd be awesome. No. The 5th site is all the way over there. But it's only 8 minutes over there. Alright. I'm going to hit that. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, should I just go the other 8 minutes to the other site? That is what I'm thinking. Ah, this is the one that had... I've already done this one. Well, the other site is only 8 minutes over that way. If I drive all the way over there, I'm going to have a massive drive next time. I'm going to go there now. It just means that I've got to drive 8 minutes with all this on the back of my car across what is very harsh terrain. Ah, you know what? Let's just head back to base. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to do it in 2 runs. We're going to do it in 2 runs. But that is an option that you could do if you fancy it, people. If you fancy the challenge, go for it. I'm going to make sure... Oh my God! I'm being shot at. That better not be another player shooting at me. It's alright if it's a pirate, but if that's a player, that's a git. Okay, right. Jesus, Louises! It's not another player. That's like a pirate or something. Freaking dive bombing me for no reason. Freaking heck. Is that to keep us going in the right direction? I don't know. But it's working, I guess. IRC, the 5th site is 12 minutes from the waste centre. Is it? Oh, okay. Well, it's only another 4 minutes then, isn't it? I can live with that. To be honest, my first playthrough and my second playthrough, it's given me different sites. At least I think it has anyway. It feels different to my first playthrough. Look at all this base stuff going on though. Now, things aren't rendering in properly right now anyway, but I'm kind of thankful that they aren't. Have I lost some cargo? I think that freaking git bag shot some of my cargo. I've lost 2 and I didn't see it fall out. Oh, that sucks. Alright, let's scan for some more waste on the way then. I think I had 12, right? Maybe I didn't. Nothing amongst all of that. Alright. Scanning. Scanning all tri-local bus local area networks. For a frickin' scrap. No, no scrap to be seen. We are heading directly towards someone's base right now. Look, there's some special scrap there. But it's red. We've got all the red. We need gold and green. Oh, gold and green. Hang out. Yeah, come on. Well, we've got a milestone we can pop. Supreme movement modules. Is that... Oh, that's from my exosuit, right? Okay. We'll get them installed anyway. And then I get rid of a B. Bow. Bow. Chicka pow. Chicka boom. Chicka yeah. Okay. Sorry, little sentinel. Excuse me. Beep beep. Right, there's some scrap over this way. Let's go and have a look what that is. Oh, now I've only got 8 now. I lost 2. How? And when? Oh, for fudge's sake. I did not see them drop out. I think when you drop some cargo, that those little numbers down there at the bottom need to go big and flash. I did not see that I dropped 2. Fudging heck. Did anybody else see me drop any? I found a planet with fairly flat terrain. Heck yes, nice one, Attlebridge. I did a video on how to find really cool planets like that. And inside the video, it was live, I actually found 2. 2 pretty nice flat planets. Then I found a third one that was just really fun. Dang it. Right, there's some scrap over there. Let's hope they've got some special scrap amongst them. It looks like there's some special scrap here. It looks like there's 2. Yeah, 1 green, 1 yellow. This is good. Okay. I did not see myself lose any scrap, so I'm a bit gutted at that. Dang it. Okay. Happy birthday, Steve, says the game Cowboy Dan. Well, thanking you. Nice one. Waysites for the expedition were less than 5 minutes from the processing plant. Not for me, they're not. Look, I'm 5 minutes now, and I've been driving for like, what, 10 minutes? So you got freaking lucky. Maybe it's because of the amount of bases here. Maybe if somebody builds a base on a collection site, maybe it stops registering it as a place to go. So maybe the longer you leave this, maybe the further you've got to go. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Any special scrap there? Nope. Okay. Okay, dokay. Right, we'll head towards this one. I mean, I'm not going in a straight line, though, am I, really? I am going slightly out of my way for some scrap, just in case there's some special scrap there. That has got a tall canister amongst them. I think that might be a yellow. It's hard to tell, because they put the frickin' logo right on top of it, don't they? It's a green. It's a green. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm feeling a bit better about my cargo load now. I've got like 11. A bit better. Okay, no more scrap here. We'll head over here and round. Take it easy over that lump. Scan again. No more cargo. Okay. Scan again. I am playing on my PlayStation D5 at the moment, people, if you're wondering. Not on my PC. Why is my laser doing that every now and again? I'm not pressing the button for my laser. That's not me doing that. What the fudge is going on? No, there's my laser there. Is somebody trying to shoot me right now? I think someone's trying to shoot me. I don't know what's going on there, but they keep hitting my cargo. I can't see who it is. It almost feels like it's myself. I don't know what's going on. There's some. I can hear another vehicle, but I can't see another vehicle. No special scrap there. Okay. I think we're nearly home now, chums. I think just over this ridge, and I will see my base. Or the recycling plant. Not my base, but you know what I mean. Splat, splat. I had to watch everyone else do this expedition for 3 days before I got it, and everyone was different on different plant. Oh, okay. A distance from the plant. Well, that's good to know. Well, maybe I just got a really terrible spawn then. Oh no, I hit a Gravitino ball. Even if you nudge those things, it can spell the end of you. So be very careful. There's some scrap over here. There's ships flying over again, shooting at me. They better not hit me again. You know, I've already lost some cargo, I think, thanks to a pirate. Alright, there's a red one there. We don't need any red, though. There's nothing else. Alright. We'll press on. I don't really want to run over any animals because that can sometimes trigger the sentinels. The base is just over there. Come on. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. I'm always spilling those red cylinders and that little green jerry can. Yeah, there are some that tend to bounce more, and it is the smaller ones. I hate it when you lose one of the cylindrical ones, though, because they can roll like frickin' nobody's business. And when you're on a planet with so many hills, it's like, do I bother going after it, or do I try and find another one? And I think maybe 4 times out of 10, I'm like, I'm going to just find another one. Because they roll like 10 miles away. Freaking mental. Oh, for fudge and heck's sake. Okay, we managed to keep the scrap in then. But I'm going over here. There's 2 nodes. Either of you got any special waste? Well, that was a special waste of time. Okay. Fudge! I do really wish Hello Games would consider adding more special waste to the mini piles that we see out in the wild. Maybe make it so like 9 out of 10 have got them rather than 1 out of 10. It is nice when you find one that does have special waste, granted. Admittedly, I'm like, yes! It feels special. And if you did change it, it wouldn't feel as special. So, yeah, whatever. Maybe leave it the way that it is. Alright, there we go. There's one there. Look at that. I'm feeling special. Oh, there's two. That's nice. Oh, dang it. I'll go down and get it, have I? Damn you! Let me get it. Alright, for some reason it's not letting me pick it up. So I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to get rid of this plant. And I'm hoping then I'll be able to pick it up. I can only assume it's down to things around it, right? It's lit up like a Christmas tree. Ah! It fell through the ground! I think that was a fake one. That was so freaking weird. Okay. Well, we've got 12 now. And we're back! Heck yes! Long distance car, long distance car, heck yes! And we've arrived at Coated. Sweet! Yellow. And they were all yellow. And green. Love a green one. Did someone's ship just land behind that? That looked like a solar ship. Heck yes! Alright, get off the screen. I wonder if I can be cheeky and go over to phase 5 and select that, whether this actually starts counting towards that one. I don't think it does. I think you've got to do the road trip first. Right? Which is kind of why I was thinking of not doing the other one. Yeah, you can't do that. At least I don't think you can. Yeah, I can't do that. You've got to do them in orders. Heck yes, we've done the toxicity. Sweet, we popped that one. Okay, we've got our inventories full again. Right, well, let's get the trade rocket in. Ah, we've got the trade rocket now, have we? Okay. Alright, well, that might be a godsend. Alright. Well, give me... Oh, yeah, to get the trade rocket, you have to go in here, don't you? Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's not insufficient fuel. There you are. Let's launch a load of stuff I don't need. Come on. In your own time, eh? Alright. Be quicker to fly to the space station. Alright. Boom and boom. Probably don't need the platinum. Probably not going to need the ammonium. I get rid of the cake because they take ages to digest anyway. The pugnium. Chewy wires. Yeah, that can go as well. Alright, well I think we're good from out of there. Let's send a load of stuff from out of my exocraft, shall we? So I'll probably send that. We'll send the rest of that. Send that. I might bring back some bones, but there's no point. There's none of them that I haven't actually... I might as well launch those into space, mightn't I? Yeah, none of them are the... Yeah, they're not the right ones. One of them is the mustachio skull. Coiled tailbone, that's not one either. That might... No, I don't even think that is. We've got two of those anyway. I do. Right, we'll send all of those over as well then. Bosh, 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 bosh. And that, I think that'd probably do the trick, really, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, and the explosives. That's it. Oh no, we've got a few more. Launch. Goodbye, trade rocket. Hello, inventory space. Right, well, we can claim that now. Sack venom. I could have put that in there. Damn it. Pointless having the sack venom. Okay, right. Exosuit. What else can we do? We've got these. Okay. Couldn't you have just given us the S-class ones in the first frickin' place? Not a spanner in about. Okay, there you are. Done. Done, done, diddy. I do like the fact that we can sit in our exo and scan everything. Heck yes. Yeah, I agree with you there. Right, okay. Some expedition. We've only got to do one more radioactive. Are you having a laugh? Okay, well, hopefully we get it on our next trip. And we all know that our next trip is freaking miles away. Oh, great. I've got to put down the back of this. Ah, wrong button. Wrong place. Yeah, I've got to go around here. Somebody told me, if you've got a load of scrap on the back of your Colossus, let's just try it. And just try it with a regular piece of scrap. Come here. Somebody told me that if you've got some regular scrap on the back of your... Well, any scrap on the back of your Colossus, and you drive into the weighbridge, into that red area, rather than get out, I've been told if you toot your horn twice, it does it automatically. It does! Well, that's something else to put in my things that are not in the patch notes. That's so cool. So you don't even have to get out. Okay, let's go. Right, we can get there super fast now. 11 minutes. Meow. I have enjoyed playing this the second time around, where I haven't felt like I need to rush to get the video out, or I'm not having to battle against so many bugs or niggles. It is a lot better. It's still not anywhere near my favourite expeditions by a long chalk. If I had to say where I'd place this... Oh my god. Uh-oh. Come on! Yeah! I will give this maybe... It's no longer in my bottom 5. But it's not in my top 10 either. And considering there's 21, I'd say that places this about maybe 9th from bottom, maybe. It's an okay expedition. It's okay. I enjoyed the Aquarius fishing one slightly more. Yeah. But only slightly. Is it actually your birthday? It was my birthday yesterday. It was my birthday yesterday, but I booked off today to play Monster Hunter Wilds because it's got a brand new update. But it doesn't drop until about 2 PM UK time. At least I don't think it does. Oh god. So I'm playing this, doing the expedition run. I did phases 1 and 2 yesterday on my birthday. But I had to take my car to a garage because its brakes were completely shot to shite. It's actually making metal on metal noises. It cost me 600 quid for a rear brake caliper, brake discs and pads on the rear, and also brake pads for the front. It was a lot of work. pretty mental. Ow. Okay. Okie dokie. So yeah, £600 to spend on my car on my birthday. I got given a little bit of money from friends and family. It all went on repairing my car. I mean, I did get myself the Neo drone as a present to myself, but that was from Patreon backers. That was basically you guys that got me the drone. And because I can use the drone for vlogging, I can also put it alongside my tax anyway from my YouTube. Yeah, so you know, tax man gets a bit of that. But yeah, lovely. Oh, we completed phase 4, didn't we? So I can claim that. Mechanical legs, I guess. That's quite expensive. It is, considering that you'd think that the actual labour cost, because they've took the wheel off and they've taken all the brakes apart, you'd think the labour rate would be for all of it combined. You'd think it was like maybe an hour to 2 hours tops, but they charged me an hour for the front pads, an hour for the back pads, and an hour for replacing the caliper, which I think is a little bit off, to be fair. I would have thought that once you got the caliper off, I thought that would be an hour's charge. That's it, flat, done. Unless they had a mechanic working on the front, while they had another mechanic working on the back. That's the only way that I can work out why they charged me an additional hour for the front. But taking the wheels off, you know, when you've got the tool to get the nuts off, it's not an hour's job. But they gave me a discount anyway. It should have been £650. They gave me a £45 discount. It cost me £605 all in. But yeah, they're a really good garage. I like the guys there, and I've taken my car there a few times, and I have gone for quotes elsewhere, and they've actually been a better garage than the other places I've been to. Yeah, I've had to get a pair of new brakes and new tyres. Can't wait to fork out a fortune. As long as you haven't had to have the caliper done, it shouldn't be too expensive. It depends on your car model though. You know, I've got a Ford C-Max, which is like a bread bin on wheels. It's not a glorified car in any way, shape or form, and I bought it mainly because I knew the parts are cheap. Basically, I wanted to buy a car that would last 5 years on finance, and then my idea was to buy an electric car at the end of the finance term. However, with me and Ivy now getting married this year, I'm not going to renew my car, and my car is actually doing good. Touch wood, it's actually been a really good car, and I think I could probably get another 5 years out of it. So I might as well wait. To be honest, I was hoping car manufacturers would skip doing electric cars and go straight to hydrogen, because hydrogen fuel cells run on salt water. And although that we haven't got much water, like clean water, like drinking water, we have got an abundance of salt water, saline, which is exactly what hydrogen cars need. Okay. Is there additional waste over here? What are these yellow containers here? Oh, they're just normal. Okay. Ransackable containers. Yeah, I know I don't need to hit that. I might as well do it. We pay similar prices across the pond. Yeah. It's a multiplayer working for you. And multiplayer's on right now, and I can see other players. Look, I can see lots of other markers. If I go into networking and go to view nearby player list, I think the best way to work out whether it's working on Xbox, I mean, that's a joypad there. That could be That might be a Switch player or something, or it could be an Xbox player. But it is weird that I'm not seeing any Xbox players right now. Unless that's an Xbox pad. It looks like an Xbox pad. It's not a PlayStation pad, right? Is that an Xbox player? If that's an Xbox player, I would say Xbox is probably working. I mean, Switch has their own icon, right? I'm not seeing any Switch players, or I don't know. You tell me. Am I seeing Xbox players right now? Okay, right. I think we only need one of these, don't we? I'm not sure which one. Radioactive. Yeah, we only need the yellows. We only need one. Okay, well, we got two. Is there one hiding around here somewhere? Like a little radioactive? No, most of this is toxic. Feeling toxic. Well, we've only got two. That was shite, wasn't it? But at least we've got what we need anyway. Right, let's head back to base with these two. Sad thing is, I've still got to be careful with my driving, right? Because I don't want to lose them and I don't want them to explode. But we can go into the expedition and we can pop that badge there. Sweet. And I've got a long journey back. 13-minute journey, people. Yeah, I think car park prices, if you've got cars that are built in your country, like if you're buying American cars and you're in America, you might do well and get some very cheap second parts. Over here in the UK, buying Vauxhall or Ford, because they're British made cars, you usually get them a little bit of a discount, you know. So that's why I drive a Ford over here. But if I could have any Ford right now, I quite like the electric Ford Mustang, and I like the electric Ford Capri. I like those two electric cars right now. But I also like the electric Jaguar, the I-Pace. I'd really like one of them. And right now, because Jaguar has said that they're no longer making the I-Pace, the I-Pace is actually a really cheap electric car right now, and it's got really nice interior. It's a beautiful car on the inside. It's such a nice looking car as well. I actually think it looks nicer than the Tesla. Have a look at the Jaguar I-Pace and see what you think. I think it's gorgeous. If I could get any electric car right now, I'd buy one of those and I'd buy it second hand, and I'd use my Ford as a trade-in. The only reason I haven't done that is, one, me and Ivy are getting married and we need all of our money right now for the wedding, and two, because we've got a condo being built in the Philippines. As soon as that condo's built in the Philippines, we might sell everything we own in the UK and move to the Philippines full time, and then maybe come back here and visit for a month each year in the summer, maybe, so I can see my parents and my family. But we might spend full time in the Philippines, or we might downsize here in the UK, buy ourselves maybe a 2-bed house, encourage Lexper, Ivor's stepson, to get his own gaff, or they can have the spare room, but I still need a place to stream. I might build something in the garden, like a summer house, for all my streaming stuff. But the worry with that is somebody could break in and nick it, or put it in the garage. But again, I'm worried that someone will break in and nick it. So we've got a small house here in the UK and a small house out in the Philippines, and then try and do 6 months in the Philippines, 6 months here. I mean, I've still got a day job. I need to see if my day job, because, you know, we have got offices in the Philippines, whether I could relocate. If I could relocate or work remote, it makes the decision a heck of a lot easier. So the next like 2 years, because that's how long it's going to take for the condo to get built, there's probably another 2 years, is going to be very interesting. I also want to see what happens to our country in the next 4 years, really, in where it goes politically. I mean, I don't want to get too bogged down in politics and things like that. But you're probably seeing that at the moment, online security is being enhanced and surveillance is being upped. Not that that bothers me too much, but that's kind of part of it. But there's a lot of things. I don't want to have a child in the UK. I don't want to have a child in the UK. And Ivy's at the age now where having a child is getting very slim chance that we could have one biologically ourselves. We did try. We had 2 miscarriages. But that was before things started getting really weird here in the UK. That was when I first met Ivy, like 10 years ago. Where having a kid, I was like, okay, yeah, maybe. But now I wouldn't want to bring a child up. You know, kids are going to school now with knives in their pockets. You turn on the freaking news and it's becomes that common now that it's like, oh yeah, there's been another stabbing at another school. It's just what happens now. Even teachers are getting freaking stabbed. And heaven forbid that we have a girl, you know, because if we had a girl, I'd be worried to hell. It's not safe to walk the streets of most towns or cities now in the UK. It's got 2 stabby and 2 rapey for a girl. And even if I had a boy, I'd be worried that they get stabbed. It's not a safe place. Oh fudge! Look at this. I've got a. Oh, that's all right. There's a little gap there. So, yeah. I want to see what happens country-wise and laws-wise. I mean, it's all right doing this online safety stuff, but when it comes to actual physical safety, where it really matters, they're not doing anything, or it doesn't feel like they're doing anything. Your physical safety, not a priority. Your online safety, where they can track and trace everything, can sell all your data to their mates, top priority. It's doing my nutting, people, to be fair. But anyway, could try going to the Anomaly when you have a spare moment and check to see if there's any Xbox players there, please. I'm kind of in the expedition. I launched this from the title screen. So I can't just get back to the Anomaly with ease. But as soon as this is over, which once we get back to that marker, it will be, I will go and check to see if I can see any Xbox players for sure. But I would imagine Xbox players, having a delay to this expedition, would be all over this expedition right now, right? I can check my nearby players list every now and again. The reason why I think I should check my nearby players list every now and again anyway, is I'm wondering whether Hello Games has done something very interesting. I'm wondering whether they've done some sort of server meshing. Because I'm seeing a lot more player markers inside of the verse right now than I'm seeing in the nearby player list when I go into here. I'm still seeing the same ones, so no, I don't think they have done any clever server meshing. Unless they've been travelling the same distance as me. I was wondering whether your network instance moves with you. And then there's catchment areas of players. A little bit like Star Citizen. I'm wondering whether they're going to do proximity networking. Server meshing. However you want to phrase it. Although I like these grey areas because they're smoother, I am finding that there's a lot more caves in them. And ground divots. I mean, look at all that mess there. Right, let's see if we can get out of this. People use those as roads. I'll still look for some more yellow trash on the way. Not that we need it, we only need one. But if I do see one, then I grab it. No yellow there, is that? No. Yeah. Actually, let's just get back and then we can do this Xbox testing malarkey. But I've got my game saved right now, yeah? So anybody can join as well. Anyone can join my group. Anyone can join my group, right? Yeah, anyone can join my group. If you go to the main title screen and you're on Xbox, and you look for like auto matching, like see if there's any friends online, see if you can see my instance. But sometimes the best way to tell whether your servers are operational is just by looking at your discovery screen. If you see the online discovery service is active, that's usually an indication that online is there to a roundabout way. You'd still be able to see people's bases. It doesn't mean that you can actually join somebody in multiplayer though. But I would say just, if you're on Xbox, jump into the Expedition and see if you can see any other players in your nearby network settings. It'd probably be quicker for you to test and let me know in my live chat than to come on in or wait for me to do it. And you can let everybody know in my live chat. Cool. Shot that the UK is doing with free speech. Enough said. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm going with it as well. I mean, I want to see them do more at schools and even like youth centres or places like that. You know, get some scanners in the door or lay on extra police patrols. I mean, we do it for schools of certain faiths. At schools for Jewish children, they lay on extra police presence. You don't really see too many stabbings and things happening at Jewish schools. But at mixed faith schools, we're seeing far more of it. I think if they just upped the police presence, added a little bit of extra security, kids might think twice about taking a knife into school. But I know that most schools have like a first aider on site. But the first aiders that they have on site, they've done like, you know, how to give resuscitation, how to do the recovery position. But I think all school first aiders should be trained in how to deal with a stabbing. And I know that you shouldn't have to think like that. You know, you never heard of it in my time as a kid. A stabbing would be like, you'd hear of one, maybe a year. And it'd be super rare and it'd be all over the headlines. Now it's like every day. Every day. And they don't bother putting it in the news. It just makes the local news. Yeah. So I've said to Ivy, if we do move to the Philippines, even if we can't have our own child, I would probably like to look at maybe adopting. Kids out there get to be kids for a heck of a lot longer. They're not glued to screens. And schools, you don't need a stab vest as part of your school uniform choice. So, yeah. Hopefully, you know, if me and Ivy are doing vlogs and all that sort of jazz, you might see us do exactly that. We might actually adopt a child, which would be, I think that'd be such a moving episode if we did vlog it. But you know, some things we might want to keep personal. But a major life milestone like that, we might vlog the process. I don't know. I don't know whether we're allowed. In you go. Heck yes. And I think we've now completed the expedition. Let's go on over. Let's see. Pop to that. Oh no. We had to transfer 5. Oh, for fudge's sake. Seriously? Yeah, I had to do 5, didn't I? Transfer at least 5. Fudging heck! Balls! Okay, we're going back. It's not giving me the waste site, has it? Give me a closer one, please. Waste heaps detected, Cated. Damn it! I didn't realise. Chums, I am sorry. I thought I was done. Ah, I should have just brought 5, shouldn't I? I feel the same. I don't want kids in the current economy. Want to make a reasonable amount of money, but it's still very expensive to live. having a family to provide for is a struggle. That's another element to it. And I didn't mention that, to be fair, but that is a big element to it. Yeah, when it comes to, in the UK, both parents have to go out and work to earn a living, or else you just can't afford a mortgage. It's just the way of things. You know, to be considered. I mean, Ivy's a nurse, right? And she's a band something nurse. She's about 2 bands up from bottom. But she gets just over minimum wage as a nurse. And you'd think that a nurse's wage, right? A nurse or a teacher, in my opinion, should be able to afford a mortgage. Because they're essential jobs. They're key workers. No, not in the UK. In the UK, you get minimum wage. You can earn the same money stacking shelves in Audi. Work that out, right, as being a nurse. Somebody there's... I mean, Ivy fits heart monitors, assesses them, evaluates them. She takes blood pressure. She takes blood. She does the work of about 4 nurses. They're actually laying off nurses and making normal nurses do 4 times the amount of work that they normally do. She doesn't get to sit down. She doesn't get to sit and relax. She is working as hard can get inside of the hospital. Overworked, underpaid, and then if she wanted to rent a place on her own, she hasn't got a Scooby's chance in hell. She hasn't got a chance of getting a mortgage or getting on the property ladder if she was single. If I was single, I mean, I'm a key worker as well. And I get more than minimum wage, but the amount that I get paid, right, is less than it costs to keep a prisoner in jail for a year. Okay, to keep a prisoner in jail for a year here in the UK, it costs £40,000 per prisoner to keep them in prison. I don't get paid £40,000 a year in my job. Work that out. How's that right? How is that right? It costs more to keep a prisoner in prison than it does for me to work. It doesn't make sense. Now, when my dad was working, my mum could afford to stay at home. She didn't have to work. And my dad's wage paid for all the bills, paid for the mortgage, and my mum could stay at home and be a parent. You can do that in the Philippines. In the Philippines, one person's wage should be enough to support the family. Admittedly, in the Philippines, they send a lot of their children out to foreign countries to earn a wage because it's a higher wage and send money back to support the whole family. But out there, you don't have things like council tax. You know, you pay your house. Once you own your house, you own your house. The only thing you pay for is electric and gas and internet bills, water rates, stuff like that. I can't believe I didn't bring back enough scrap. So freaking annoyed at myself right now, people. Right, let's go get it. But yeah, Hummer racing. I'm on a planet with a planet where you can run over it and glitches through the truck bed. That's not good. Alright. Happy birthday. Well, thanking you. It never gives you anything close, Captain. No, it really doesn't. And I'm finding more so than ever now, people, that after you've actually paid everything outgoing, all your bills, all your licenses that you have to have these days, your subscriptions, all your direct debits, I'm lucky if I'm left with like £200 to myself. You know, and that's I've got YouTube as well as an income, but the tax man wants that. You know, I have to fork out for an accountant once a year to do all my taxes for me. A lot of what I earn on YouTube I put into a separate account just in case the accountant wants it. But out of that I buy upgrades for my setup. Upgrade my camera just the other week. You know, it got the drone for doing vlogs. However, we don't get much nice weather over here for that. But yeah, if I'm lucky, I get £200 to myself. And, you know, that's to go out, have the odd meal with Ivy. If there's an emergency, pay for that. You know, I was lucky that I had a little bit of savings there to do my breaks this month, or else I would have been really freaking scuppered. And it's lucky I had my birthday, because that helped pay for it too. It is a struggle. And it's not just here in England where it's a struggle. It seems to be every single Western civilization right now is a struggle. And it makes me wonder whether they've done it all on purpose. You've got all these different companies, the gas companies, the water companies, the electric companies, recording massive profits. But then at the same time, they're going around kicking people's doors in because they're in debt. It's like, well, hold on, if you've got that much profit, why are you not investing in renewables? Or why is it there's not some sort of scheme where people can have subsidised solar panels? It doesn't make sense. Why is the government not taxing all of these larger companies? Why are the government taxing us, the individuals? Makes no sense. It's corporation greed, isn't it? That's what it boils down to. And part of me just wants to now get to another country where that isn't the case. Even though the Philippines just had a massive, great big scandal over water defences. You had all these companies saying, yeah, I can build dams, I can build water defences and flood defences. Getting given loads of money by the government from the taxpayers over there. And then not building the flood defences and buying themselves freaking Hummers and stuff. Corruption happens everywhere. I kind of feel that it's being done on purpose, though. I think they want to usher in AI governance, personally. I mean, at the end of the day, what would you prefer? I mean, do you trust humans anymore? After the few years that we've had? After 2020? After the elections? After everything else that we're seeing? After all these wars that we didn't sign up to? I don't know. I think, yeah, I'll probably trust in freaking AI right now more than I do people. And that's sad, considering AI has been programmed by people and how much bias is actually in each different AI model. I get that, but even still, I'd rather that than the politicians we have here right now. I wouldn't be moving country. Put it that way. If it was a fairer system. The UK is just becoming a joke. It's just so hard to live. It wouldn't be so bad if I wouldn't fear going out of my house at night, you know. When the sun goes down, the bad guys come out. It's like living in a world full of vampires here in the UK. Even being male, I wouldn't walk the streets of my town at night on my own. I just wouldn't. Right, we've got at least 5. I should be able to get that back. And I never used to feel that way. I mean, when I was in my 20s, I got set upon by a gang of youths. Like, I got set upon by a load of people that were in between the ages of 15 and 18. There was like about 12 of them. And they didn't knock me down, they didn't knock me out, but they did manage to break my jaw and smash my cheekbone. The surgeons were saying that I might need plates put into my face and have recorrective surgery. I was eaten out of a liquidizer for 6 months. The longest somebody got in prison was 4 months. My recovery time was longer than their prison time. And it took a year for it to even go to court. So they were still walking around the street, and I still bumped into the people that attacked me while I was still eaten out of a liquidizer. Make that make sense. And the laws and the rules, and they haven't got any better, they've got worse. Sorry for going on with this large rant, but, you know, yeah. I'm a legend, Captain I'm a Legend Steve. Oh, thank you. But, oh, fudging heck! What the fudge? Oh no, I ran over some junk and it's caused my junk to go all junky. Alright, well, we've still got 11. I think that was the junk that I run over rolling down the hill. But yeah, I think no matter where you go in the world right now, there's pros and cons to everywhere, right? I would say wherever I lay my hat is my home. But at the same time, where I've got family is also my home. I've got family in the Philippines, I've got family here, and I'm happy to share the two places. But I'm really hoping that something happens. I just think right now the world is a place that's very devoid of empathy. People just don't treat people how they want to be treated anymore. And I think that's a real shame. And I don't know what the cause is. I don't know whether it's the media. I don't know whether it's political division. I don't know what it is. But a lot of people now just devalue other people's lives for stupid reasons. Whether that's their political leaning, whether it's because of their gender, whether it's because of their race. People like to dehumanize other humans right now, and I don't get it. All humans should be treated equally. It doesn't matter. Uh-oh. What have I done? I've drove myself up a giant freaking cliff hedge. That's what I've done. Do I carry on going? I think we do. Yeah, we carry on going. We're committed now. Let's go. We've only got to get 5 back. Even if I lose half of this, we're still good. I don't know whether part of me blames Game of Thrones slightly. You know, when you look at Game of Thrones, when you really analyse it, you know, you got people slaughtering people just because they're in the wrong house, in the wrong family. And treating people like cattle almost. And then you've got the house of the Lannisters. The Lannister woman talking about girls coming into their bloom. And as soon as they do come into their bloom, they're ready and all that sort of shenanigans. There were some very uncomfortable moments inside of Game of Thrones where you're like, that's not morally right. This should not be morally broadcasted. But it's not just Game of Thrones. I'm using that as a prime example. But it's everywhere now. The early sexualization of children in media is rife. And I don't get that either. And children aren't being children anymore. And that's probably why they're going into schools carrying frickin' knives. Because they think they're frickin' adults when they're not. I don't know. Anyway, I should stop ranting. I mean, I play games to get away from the real world. But, you know, we have been playing for a long time. So, you know. In human nature, to murder, death, kill, that's just the way of things. Yeah. I don't know, mate. I mean, you've got a point. I mean, if you go to the Amazon, you'd go to these untouched tribes of the world. Some of them still are cannibals, right? And to them, it's just a way of life. It's not being evil. It's all that tastes nice. To them, it's just normality, isn't it? I like to think that we've progressed somewhat, though, as a civilization, right? The Western world has built up civility through learning from mistakes of the past, right? It just feels a lot of that's being reversed right now, and I don't know whether that's down to morality, whether it's down to the change in demographic. I mean, what is it? What is causing us to regress? What's causing us to go back a step? Is it the media? Is it politics? Is it divisional stuff? Is it the drop in religious uptake? You know, Christianity, moral compasses, moral fibre? I don't know. I think it's a whole swathe of things. I don't think it's a one singular thing. I think it's a pattern of things. I think it's a whole frickin' roster of things. And I think that could be why it's so hard to change things, because it's not just one thing. Fudging heck, get out of the way. Hi, Captain Stephen Chat says, Old Explorer. Maybe you can also buy them by reputation in space stations. I'm not too sure what you mean, but could you check your missions on the Corvette space station and anomaly missions? What's going on? When I max my reputation by all the factions, I quit doing the missions on the space station. You get the title Admiral of the Dark. Yeah, I've maxed out all of mine as well. I don't know whether it's going to show it in here. Because this is a new save, yeah, it's not showing it on here. When I get into my regular save, I'll show you all of mine. I've maxed everything as well. It'd be nice if, once your reputation and rating goes up, that all the different races actually interact with you differently. I know it does with your guild merchant. Your guild merchant sees you a bit differently now. But it'd be nice if all alien races did. It's like the Viking call you interloper. I wish at some point they'd actually see you as being one of their own and say, fellow warrior. You know, that'd be cool. Just subtle things like that would make those titles feel ever more worth it. But also with the Gek, when you come to bartering with them and stuff, it'd be nice to actually get one over on them. That'd be nice. Bad men will rule the world when good men stand by and do nothing. Something along those lines. That's very true. But now here in the UK, when good people stand up or protest or say anything that goes against... Well, you're seeing what happens here in the UK. I daren't say anything more than that. Because I could be seeing the insides of a cell. I would like to consider myself a good man. But I know if I went out and protested, and it was the wrong protester protesting, I'd either be completely cancelled here online, or worse, lose my job, or lose my freedom. It's very hard to be good when the idea of good is what's dictated. Okay, here we go, let's go this way. Yes. I'm human, specifically built to tell you to go fulfill yourself. And that's just the default evolutionary trait. I kind of feel that the reason to be in this world, I mean, a lot of people say is to go forth and multiply and whatever. I kind of feel it's the memories that you make and the people you make those memories with. I find I'm most happiest when I'm making memories and sharing those memories. Making videos with you guys makes me extremely happy. Knowing that I've made somebody smile or laugh or entertain them for the day. That makes me feel very fulfilled. Bringing other people happiness brings me happiness. And I think happiness is a very hard thing to drive down on. If you've got a hobby or an interest that brings you happiness, then I think you're fulfilling your life goal. You know, for some people, reading books and gaining knowledge through learning brings them great happiness. Not so much for me. My dad, he loves fishing. If he catches a big fish for the day, he's happy for the rest of the day. He loves fishing. I think you've got to have a passion. You've got to have something in life that drives you forwards, right? I don't know whether I can drive over these plants. I can't. And there's a whole freaking heap of them next to Gravitino balls. It's like a wall of evil. Okay. Next to a hole. For me, seeing comments from you guys, seeing likes and knowing that I've made your day, seeing one of you has hyped my video, I know it's all little things, but I get a lot of happiness out of doing this. I get a lot of enjoyment out of doing YouTube. And I know a lot of people say, oh, I got YouTube burnout. I'm burnt out from YouTube. I've never actually experienced that. Mainly because if I'm ever feeling slightly fatigued and I'm not sure what to do, all I've got to do is read some comments, and one of you guys have come up with an awesome idea, something that I haven't realised, something I haven't noticed, or something you would like me to do inside the game and bring attention to. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do that. And I try to do it in the most entertaining, fun way I possibly can. And that's where I get my enjoyment, is trying to make something fun and enjoyable to watch. Or even if not enjoyable and fun, entertaining in another way. Whether that's educational or whether even that's just a life perspective. I mean, all this ranting or some that I've just done, I wouldn't even call that out as ranting. It's just speaking my mind. And you know what? It feels like a weight lifted off my shoulder, sharing some of how I feel with you guys. You know, it's very rare that I go out to a pub and meet one of my real weldy mates these days and sit down and have a heart-to-heart. Because I'm so centred in the way that in my way of thinking, even my friends that I've had since school days now are so polarised through politics that it's hard just to have a simple discussion with them without really upsetting them. Because I'm so centred and I say things that are left-leaning and right-leaning, I upset both sways of my friends' groups from time to time. When I feel I'm just talking common freaking sense. Right, I hope this triggers the 5 that I need. Oh god, I'm pressing the wrong button. There we go. We're done. Yes, we're done. Okay, sweet. If I share my options now, if I change that to share my group bed to anyone. Oh, you can't put it to anyone. Friends only, group and friends. You can't put it to anyone on the expedition. That's interesting, isn't it? Alright. Expedition. Let's go claim the last badge and let's see if that option changes at the end. I wanted to see whether that was a thing. Don't worry, chums. I will be going to the spatial anomaly in a moment in my normal save. There you go, accept. Let's see if we get a new option now. We can now build base computers. We now can call in our ship. But what I'm interested in, if I go into options now, networking. No, you can still only share your flatbed with group and friends. Interesting. I was hoping I could change my setting so I could leave all this here for somebody else. You can't. Alright. We go up to the space anomaly anyway, and I'll see if there's any Xbox players. Because this is still the expedition system, and I'm not in the expedition system in my normal save. I think there'd be more people here than anywhere, right? Then again, saying that, you only get your ship at the end. I mean, there might not be anybody here. No, there's no one. There's nobody in here. Alright. Oh, there is. There is. It just took a little while to render in. Let's see if we can see any Xbox players on my nearby players list in here then. Network. View nearby players list. That is an Xbox pad, right? Because that's PlayStation. That's Xbox, yeah? That's PC. I think that's an Xbox player. Almost looks like an Xbox player name, anyway. Right, well, let's exit out then. Let's exit out. Let's go to quick to mode select. Let's go into my normal save. Yeah, personally, I'm happy with fetch a cup of tea. Yeah, it can make things nice, having a nice cup of tea. You know, stiff upper lip and all that. And British just soldier on. Yeah. Yeah, just look back at history. Exactly. It feels like we're going back in history right now. That's what it feels like to me. Yeah, no problem. The truth will live by it. You can be great with what you do. Exactly. Yeah, break the mould of the mass psychosis. The world of bubbles, rainbows and pretty things would be cool if it was all as fluffy, but we're not. It's true, Jay. Very true. Okay, now you're just trolling, says that tradesman. Personally, I'm happy with a fetch a cuppa, a few hours of my favourite game, No Man's Sky. That's what got me through 2021, you know, the whole COVID stuff, is having the community, having online social presence. You guys got me through that, really, more than anything. And a decent family. I have got a very good family as well. And we did go and see each other and stuff like that, you know. Right, let's head on up through the atmosphere. Let's go to the spatial anomaly here. Let's see what's going on there, shall we? Chickaboom! And inside the spatial anomaly, I go to the appearance modifier. I'll show you all the titles that I have as well. Traveller Thousand. It's got its own channel. There you go, people. They've dropped their own link to their channel. Check them out. There it goes. Looks like they've got a No Man's Sky icon. And a Traveller would indicate that they do No Man's Sky cover arch. What I'm liking seeing is how many Razas are here right now, which indicates new players. Look, we've got like 1, 2, 3... We've got 3 Razas just over this side. You're probably wondering why I call them a Raza rather than the Radiant Pillar. Well, they were Razas originally. Okay, so anyway, what am I doing? We need to go into here, go into networking, and look at nearby players. We're not seeing a lot of joypads. It's mainly PlayStation and PC players. I'm not seeing a fair shake of the percentage of Xbox players. There might be a problem with Xbox. It might be that a few people are on, but I'm not seeing hardly anyone. Now, I don't know whether this goes by region and their servers are regionally spaced, but I am in the UK, and the UK right now is working hours. I mean, what is the time right now in the UK? Oh, it's not even 1 o'clock yet. It's 12:49. It's 10 to 1. Anyway, let's go on over, because somebody was asking about all the titles. So if you go into here and you go to banner, you've got titles. Now, over at this side, if you go all the way to the end, you're going to see the new ones. So you've got Bulldozer, and it says earned for expedition accomplishment. It's actually earned for running over creatures. You've got the Expedition Blade one there. Oh, God, what did I go and press? I pressed on it thinking it'd give me more information. It doesn't give you more information, but it's secured with the Excavation Blade of running over 500 items, I think. Then you've got Hazmat Specialist for 50 recycled toxic waste. I think the toxic one, did that give the elastic or the caterpillar? One or the other. And the radioactive, either the caterpillar or the elastic wheels. Then you got the explosive waste, and they gave they're like the triangular caterpillar treads. They're called tracked treads. You get the tracked treads for the explosive. 75 pieces of scrap metal, I think, gave me the incinerator module on the back, and that was the rusted one. You've got the recycled industrial waste, like a load of it, and I think that's either 200 or 100 or 50, but that gave something as well. I think maybe the off-road wheels. Recycle a large amount of big rig. I think that gave you the widescreen canopy, the front area. Cleanup agent, Lord of Plunder. You can see here I've got pretty much all of them. Let's go through all of my titles and see which ones I'm missing. I'm missing the Atlantid Walker because I aligned myself with the Atlas rather than the Atlantid. So that's one I'm missing. And I don't think I can get that now, unless I get all the way through the game again and align myself with the Atlantid. And what's the other one? I know there's 2. Traitor. Reject the strange voice. Well, I accepted the strange voice, and that was the voice of freedom, I think. And that was to do with the pirates. And I think they're the only 2 I haven't got in all of them. And they were choices. Oh, look, there's another one, actually. Investigate ancient ruins. Well, I can do that. I'm surprised I haven't popped that with the amount of ruins I have been to. So I have no idea how many I've got to go to. That's mental. I thought I had that. Okay, anything else? For anything else? Let's have a look. Go through all the Pidgeots. So there is a title that I haven't got for the ancient ruins. There you go. I've already found something else I could do a video on, I suppose. There we are. Oh, something that I haven't done is renamed all of my outfits, my prefits. Okay, applying this outfit. Yeah, well, let's see what it is. Okay, well, that's just regular Traveller. I could probably overwrite that one. I don't really need that one. But that one matches the, you know, the little Traveller Oh, we got a new subscriber. Hello there, Wendell. Wendell Dinaros. Thank you very much. Okay, we will name that one then. I'll just call this one... this one is based on the plushie, so I'm going to call it Plushie. Plushie! That's my plushie build. Okay, what's in number 2? Captain Steve. Yeah, I'll just call that Captain. Captain Steve. Oh, I got a phone call coming in. It's Ivy. Let's see what Ivy wants. Let's say hello. Hello there, Ivy. I'm live at the moment, so you can say hello to my subscribers and everything. Hello, everyone. Cool. You all right, anyway?
No. Can you make a little bit? It's important.
What?
Can you make sort of that's
One second. You're breaking up. Hold on. I'll mute my... Couldn't hear her. She's all breaking up, so I just hung up. There we go. Let's have a look at this one. She's after... I don't know. Anyway, let's hit this one up. So this one is Gemini. Gemini. Boom. Chicka-boom. Done. Right, so we got those ones in. So I can actually make 3 more now. This is really cool. It's nice being able to create a couple more, isn't it? Sweet. Ah, look how cool it is. I guess. Yeah, so I'll go stand next to the other Gemini. That's what I'm going to go over here. Ha ha ha! Look, we're freaking twins! Freaking twins, mate! Ha 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 ha! Boom! I wish we had all the emotes they have as well. That'd be pretty darn cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. But there we go, people. Anyway, I think I'm going to end off now. I think, oh, Derek Williams has just chimed in. He says that networking and multiplayer seems to be fine. Let's have a look at the nearby player list again. I'm seeing Black Death, and I think that's Xbox. I think I'm seeing an Xbox there. I did. I'm going to phone her back in a moment. I'm going to end up on this stream, and I'm going to phone her. She's phoning me, and she can't get through. I don't know why she can't just message me or send me a voice note. She knows that I'm live. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. She's phoning me again now. Goodbye.